WLNS is here for you with 6 News at 5.
Longtime basketball coach Steve Finnemore has died, well known for coaching some of the best basketball players to come through the area. And it is our top story today at 5. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sherry Jones. The Okemos School District has confirmed Finnemore's death to 6 News. And for more on this tonight, we turn to our sports director, Ian Kress. Sad news, Ian.
Yeah, absolutely, Sherry. Finnemore was currently the 8th grade boys basketball coach at Okemos, a position he had held for 4 years. And in a message sent out to the school's coaches, the Okemos athletic director said Finnemore died of, quote, natural causes. Finnemore was well known for his time coaching the East Lansing boys basketball team. In his 8 seasons as the Trojans head coach, he led the program to a 128-44 record before resigning in February of 2018. At East Lansing, he coached players like former Michigan basketball player Brandon Johns, and even spent time in the offseason training and coaching with former Mid-Michigan standouts Al Horford and Denzel Valentine. Not too long ago, we were at East Lansing High School to talk with the football team, and head coach Bill Farraco talked with our DeSherian McBroom about Finnemore.
Steve was a dear friend. We communicated almost every week, so my heart and my thoughts and my prayers go out to his wife and his daughter and his family, and very, very sad. It's very sad.
And Finnemore's first season as a high school varsity basketball coach was in 2004 at Portland High School. Before that, he was a student assistant on the Michigan State men's basketball team from 1999 to 2001. Sherry, back to you.
Thank you for that, Ian. And speaking of basketball and legacy, Tom and Lupe Izzo, along with the Izzo Legacy Board of Directors and representatives from the 10 charities that the group supports, were on hand for the Izzo Impact Grant Award ceremony today. The event featured presentations by the Izzo family, and impact grants will be awarded to the Izzo Legacy charity partners. The funds come from the annual Izzo Legacy Run, Walk, Roll. Coach Izzo spoke about the impact the grants have had.
I'm impressed that some of these companies and donors have gotten together for a common bond. And the common bond is, it's not the Izzo legacy, it's just that's what it's named. The common bond is to help people.
The event was also a celebration of the first 5 years of the Izzo legacy. Well, now that the election is over, many people are looking to the next one. And if Michigan political history repeats itself, Democrats running for governor in 2026 may face an uphill battle even before it begins. And our Capitol correspondent Tim Skubic is here for you with more on the so-called governor's open seat curse.
There is a distinct and historic pattern that Michigan voters have followed for the last 5 decades. They vote for one party or the other for governor, and then 8 years later, they turn around and switch to the other party.
It would appear that way, and it may well be that that will happen again.
For example, former Republican Governor Bill Milliken left office, and Michigan voters proceeded to elect a new Democratic governor, Jim Blanchard. Republican Governor John Engler served 12 years, but then was replaced by Democratic Governor Jennifer Granholm. And the same thing happened with Rick Snyder, replaced by Governor Gretchen Whitmer. So if this pattern continues, it will be the Republicans' turn to be governor in 2 years.
Given the consistency of that pattern, why one would almost think that the Democrats ought to just concede the election in 2026.
Obviously, Mr. Porn does not believe that will happen, but he does see a possible break in this pattern depending on how well the new president is doing and how much anger he might stir up in the Michigan electorate. And that could impact the race for governor and help the Democrats.
Those are some of the things that could cause an impact on the Michigan governor's race, as well as how the Republican candidates for governor support or oppose the actions of President Trump.
So Michigan voters will decide, continue with the curse of change and move to a Republican governor, or based on what Mr. Trump is doing, they might kill the curse and vote for another D. You're few in Lansing. Tim Skubic, 6 News.
Thank you, Tim. And at the state capitol, new legislation has been introduced to expand affordable housing across Michigan. Supporters say the proposed reforms will address critical barriers in current zoning laws that hinder the development of diverse and affordable housing.
Addressing this crisis and improving access to housing will help build wealth, attract businesses, and develop vibrant communities. We can create a Michigan where every family has a safe, affordable place to call home.
Backers of this legislation say the state has not kept up with demand for housing, which has led to a shortage of roughly 200,000 units. Well, we are learning more tonight about a possible shooting that took place in Lansing this morning. Police responded to a shots fired call along the 500 block of West Willow Street just after 8 o'clock this morning. Then around 9:40, a group of Lansing police officers, some with long guns drawn, entered a home next to the apartments, but were told they did not find anything. Roads around that area have since been reopened. 6 News will be here for you with any new developments as we get them. Well, firearm deer hunting season begins tomorrow, and the Orange Army is ready to hit the woods and bag a buck. But the DNR is reminding hunters to play it safe. Officials are reminding everyone to be sure to avoid any hunting violations, so be sure to properly tag your deer. And do not hunt on private property. Brandon Wilson, a hunter from Eaton Rapids, says he's been hunting since he was a kid. Although firearm season begins tomorrow, Wilson says he's already been out for the early season, and he's making sure his gear is ready to go at sunrise.
Always actually pack a second orange hat as well as my vest inside my bag, just in case for whatever reason I need another hat or another vest. I always have a second one for whatever reason, just always to be seen.
Very smart. Coming up on 6 News at 6, a closer look at the recent decline in hunting licenses in Michigan. And we'll tell you about a big buck poll plan for mid-Michigan as well. That's all coming up for you tonight at 6 o'clock. Well, it did feel a little cooler today, and to help our local kids and families stay warm this winter, we're asking you to donate some winter gear. It is our annual Coats for the Community drive, and that's where we team up with Cristo Rey Community Center and other local partners to help people make it through the winter. But it's not just coats. If you have hats, scarves, gloves, or any other winter clothing, you can drop them off right here at the station, at Cristo Rey, Carpet Studio in Okemos, your local Barry Amos Cleaners, or one of 3 Shaheen Automotive locations. It's just one more way that 6 News is here for you.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Well, as you heard Sherry a moment ago, firearm deer season starts tomorrow, and of course, a big day for the hunters. Wish I had a little light snow for you for the deer tracking purposes, but otherwise it looks okay. Here's the forecast if you're heading out early tomorrow morning. Temperatures basically going to start out in the 40s and pretty much hold there through around noontime, then climb to the low 50s in the early afternoon. It's not terribly warm, not terribly cold, and more importantly, it should be dry. Rain to contend with for tomorrow. Our high temperature trend, we've got some cold weather late next week after a mild weekend early next week. We're in the upper 30s and low 40s next Friday and Saturday as temperatures for a change go below average. Just want to throw this out there because I've seen a lot of buzz on social media talking about big lake effect snow. What are the odds we see at least 2 inches of snow on any given day? 0%. There could be some snow showers mixing in, but nothing that's going to accumulate all that much. We'll of course watch that because the first flakes you get, if it drops below freezing, there's always trouble on the area roadways. Skyview Network, cloudy skies on the McLaren cam, temperature 48 degrees. Notice 4-degree temperature spread today from low to high. We didn't really move all that much at all. In Grand Ledge, still plenty of clouds around, 44 and 48, the low and the high. 1,207 inches of rainfall, so pretty light overall. How about the Jackson cam? Low cloudiness and some patchy fog out there. Temperature 47 degrees, 47 and 42, the high and low. And finally in Hillsdale, clouds are hanging a little low, but still nothing at the ground as far as fog is concerned, but there could be a little bit out there this evening. Temperatures at 48 after a high of 49 and over 0.3 of an inch of rain for Hillsdale. Other numbers around mid-Michigan, basically in the 40s with the exception of Coldwater, the cold spot. Nope, not today. It's 52 degrees. So we look at the satellite and radar. Low pressure is now pushing further east, taking the more steady rain with it. Precision cast through tomorrow morning keeps cloud cover around, and we've got high pressure building in, which usually clears things out, but tomorrow we may have a tough time breaking those clouds up, so cloudy or mostly cloudy skies through tomorrow evening. That high will slowly slip a little further east as we move into Saturday. Better chance we'll get some sun out there, but maybe still mostly cloudy skies for Saturday as well. This weak system to our west will eventually give us a chance for a sprinkle or two as we head into Sunday. Here's tonight's forecast. How about a low temperature of 44 degrees? Some patchy fog possible early. Winds should be fairly light tonight, and light winds for tomorrow. Temperatures not all that warm, but warmer than today, 51 degrees, which is a little above average. The 6-day forecast on Saturday, mostly cloudy. Same thing on Sunday. By Monday, partly cloudy. That's our bright spot. More showers Tuesday. During the afternoon and evening, we'll probably get a long break in the precipitation Tuesday into Wednesday. And then at some point Wednesday evening, showers move back in. Cold enough for snowflakes to mix in, like for Silver Bells, but at 40 degrees, you know, you could pretty easily get rain showers. So kind of either way there, and hopefully things clearing out for next weekend.
Yeah, it's a week away. We still have time.
I'm working as hard as I can. Kendall's over there right now trying to get that rain out of there for Friday.
I know, I see her over there. Well, if you're talking hunting season, we know that Thanksgiving isn't too far away, right?
It's coming up quick.
And you know what? We at 6 News are kicking off another holiday tradition, and we need your help. We'd like to recognize remarkable women here in Mid-Michigan who make a difference for their families and for the community. To make a submission, just click on the Remarkable Women section of our website, WLNS.com, and tell us all about the remarkable woman in your life. We'll pick 4 women and profile them during Women's History Month in March 2025. You have until December 20th to nominate someone. Good luck.
President-elect Donald Trump's controversial pick for Attorney General shakes up Washington. I'm Nicole Skenga on Capitol Hill with what lawmakers are saying about their now former colleague and Trump's plan to skirt Senate confirmation.
That story straight ahead. Keep it right here, 6 News at 5. We'll be back after this.